Good morning, everybody. Good morning. They trying to keep me busy this morning, so we're gonna stay busy, and we're gonna do what we do. Now, look. By the way, it's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, tbkc, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. I heard people are writing long love letters this morning, and basically these love letters are trying once again to discredit not only myself, maybe the elite edge, the so-called creators of this breed and all this other bullshit. Let me explain a little bit of history to y'all, because I know a lot of people like to talk out of their asses, and really everybody claims that they were there, and there's no really anything history that says that they were even around. First and foremost, I've told you guys many a times that this breed was actually many different breeds. No one has ever heard from my mouth to say that the elite edge was the one that created this style of dogs that went on. No, never said that. I've often talked about it's impossible to say what's in this breed, and y'all have heard me talk about that there's probably up to 10 different dogs or more that have somehow gotten into the breed by the way that people used to do things back in the day. A lot of these dogs come from origins of weight pool dogs. So we know for sure, and I don't talk out my ass, I never heard of anybody using a damn dogo. The breed characteristics wouldn't match for anybody to use a dogo or a boxer. And the reason why is that is adverse genetics. And what I mean by that, the dogo itself, unless you're getting one of those mastiff dogos from Argentina that are like 140, 150 pounds, it would be sort of opposite of what you're trying to do if you're trying to make a bully, because those dogs carry very lean frames. They don't have the biggest, blockiest heads. It would be opposite of what we were trying to do. Basically, you get the size, but it didn't matter. The boxer, what would you want from a boxer? Maybe some chest, but you have other problems because the boxers lean by. I'd never even heard a rumor of anybody using a dogo or a damn boxer. That's why I don't put that on my list. I would believe that you would talk about the American Bulldog, you would talk about the Bull Mastiff, and I know for a fact, I only speak out of fact. I don't speak out of innuendos and just making up stories. I know for a fact that the Doge de Bordeaux was used. I know, and I always butcher that name, by the way. And that's where the big reds come from. I do know that Bull Mastiff and possibly English Mastiff was used when talking about the Whopper blood. This is just speaking out of facts. And some of the big weight pool dogs. I do know a couple individuals that did incorporate Rottweiler blood. I know that for a fact. I do know for a fact that Neo blood was incorporated. And we're talking about the early dogs from the 90s. This is when people were trying to make big ass dogs to pull weight. There's one problem when someone comes to the table and they want to talk shit. You have to know the facts. Just talking out your ass is a terrible thing, because those who do know will put this thing together. Now, this is the problem. Listen to some of the names of the kennels back then. Razor's Edge Pit Bulls. What was it? Pratt's Pit Bulls. You got the Eddie still calls his dog Eddie still calls his dogs Pits. So everybody's name was Pit Bull. Nobody was using the term American Bully. This is why the elite edge and more so the ABKC is accredited with making the American Bully. No breed, and I will tell you, no breed is a breed based off of the origins of its dogs that it comes from. This is the reason why there's no such thing as a blue or a red Rottweiler. Now, the origins of the Rottweiler goes back to different dogs, different styles of Mastiffs. This is the reason why even those dogs back then are not called Rottweilers. The Rottweiler was not established until the name Rottweiler and a actual breed description was put together and telling people what the dog had to look like, and you bred towards that. And now if you say, why did I bring up red and blue? If for those who didn't know, there are versions of the Rottweiler from back in the day, and some people actually still have these dogs that come in a blue coat. There's also a red Rottweiler that comes with the rust or the mahogany look, completely that way. There are those dogs, but when the rules were made, when the breed description was made up, the name was made up, those dogs were no longer Rottweilers. They couldn't be considered Rottweilers inside this structure. This is the reason why a breed standard is written. Now, one thing that cannot be debated is there was never, ever a breed standard written until we wrote it. So everything before that was different versions of pit bulls and probably pit bull mixes and different things of that. Once the standard was written and it said, this is what these dogs are supposed to be, at that point in time, the American Bully was born. This is why the ABKC has the right to say that they created the American Bully, because even before then, nobody had tried to trademark the American Bully name. That was unsuccessful, but no one else had used it. They hadn't used it effectively. You did, as far as a registry go, you had an American Bully Club. That was the BKC, but the BKC had never written a standard. A breed is not established until a standard and an actual breed description is written for it. Yes, every single dog on the face of the earth outside of the wolf has something in it that, and multiple dogs in it, that makes it what it is, whatever. But every single dog is only an actual breed once it has a written standard. If not, you're just making a bunch of F1s. Everything that came before that were called pit bulls were just different versions of mixes. Some of them might have been just staffy pit bull mixes. Some of them you added in this, you added in that. We never denied that people were doing this. Is thousands of people all around the country and everywhere that were doing this. So you never know what some people put into their dogs, and you never know what some people didn't put into their dogs. But once the rules and regulation, a defined look, and the way that the dog was supposed to be was written by those of us from the Elite Edge, the ABKC, and the ABKC, that made the American Bully be born. It is the reason why the ABKC says the original American Pit Bull, the original American Bully Registry. That is not a lie. It was no such thing as an American Bully Registry before then. It was a breed club that came a couple years before that, when we were out just, doing a lot of fun shows and different things like that, and that was Larry Durant's. But the actual standard written, that was done by us. If you know anything about dogs, until there's a standard, there's no breed. We're talking about show dogs. Now, if you're talking about performance dogs, that's something different. But until for a conformation dog, until you have a conformation standard, it's no such thing as a breed. The breed was born when the Elite Edge created the ABKC. The ABKC, in turn, we wrote a standard for the dog. At that point in time, we start having actual confirmation shows for these dogs. This is how my female, Hallie, became the first ever American Bully champion. There was no champions before because there was no American Bully before. This is how Paco became the second American Bully champion and the first male champion. He's the first male American Bully champion because there were no American Bullies before. They were pit bulls. They were pit bulls on steroids. It was this pit, this pit, this pit, everybody's pit. Everybody's name was Pit before this. If you date back before 2004, your kennel name said Pitts on it because there was no American Bully. The reason that the American Bully was actually started was because the name American Bully, and when people write these love letters and they try to educate you to something, we established that name American Bully, and there was actually a couple names on the board. It was the Bully Style Pit Bull, the American Bully, and like a bunch of different weird combination of mixes of those names. The one reason why we went, because, like I said, you had the Bully Pit, you had the American Bully Pit, it was a lot of those names. But the reason why we were emphatic, and that was actually a big thing from Dave Wilson. He didn't want the name Pit in anywhere in the name because at that time it was tons of BSL laws. The original everything for the American Bully was based off of the BSL laws. This is the one reason why the dog is always called a companion dog. The companion dog made it a lot easier for us to explain what these dogs were supposed to be and took away from the bad connotation that they had been getting to get banned. The original, everything that was put together for the American Bully earlier was really a plot to make sure that we could keep our dogs and get around everything that was coming, all of the dog bans and being associated with the pit bull. So in closing, and it's a lot more history there, stop listening to silly people. The ABKC did create the American Bully. When you write the first standard and say what the dog is supposed to be, everything else before that doesn't even fucking matter. Now, are there other breeds? No one has ever said that other breeds aren't mixed in here. The problem is, and this is the problem. Stop talking about all of the shit that happened before the breed was created. Let's stop talking about it. You have a set of rules. Either you have the ability to follow those rules and make the dog the way it's supposed to be, or you don't. Stop saying you're a dog man. If you do not want to follow those rules, let go of the name that you had nothing to do with, you didn't help create, you have no stock in it, you didn't do anything, your name is not anywhere on those record books or history of that. If you're a dog man from the 80s and some of your dogs eventually was used in the creation of the American Bully, you still don't have shit to do with the American Bully. If you a dog man right now and you got what is called an American Bully, but you can't follow the rules, and then you in the backyard jacking off motherfucking English bulldogs and using dogs that you know are not supposed to be in there, you are violating the rules of the American Bully. The breed has been established. Either you follow the rules or you go head on. It's very simple. You can do what we did and just make another name for it. It's that simple. If you want to have a bulldog mix, a F1 or whatever, you can make Super Bully, you can do this, you can do that. But don't matter what the breed is, and we're not just talking about the American Bully. Every breed has multiple things in it that comes before the establishment of what the breed is. At the point in time when the breed is established, those rules are set. And if you go out the parameters of those rules, you are no longer breeding that dog. It is that simple. Miss me with all the bullshit and the fake history that y'all putting out there of oh yeah, this happened before, and I know. We don't give a fuck. No one ever said that the breed was fully clean and we know everything in every dog. Any breed in the whole world, somebody would be lying if they said they knew anything. Oh, I know everything, because you've got thousands of breeders who've done thousands of things. The reason that the rules are set is to protect the breed and help it become what it needs to become. That's it. It's not even an argument. It's not even a debate. If you have such a problem with the rules that you're getting up in the morning and writing long essays of shit that you don't know about, then make your own breed. That's the best thing about it. We did it. We wrote our rules up. We paid our money. We started throwing our shows. We made our own breed. Maybe you can make yours. Till next time, much love. Peace.